So I wanted to talk today about achieving our goals that we've set for 2025, and are you like setting yourself up in the right way to achieve those goals? And if one of them is dancing, that is even better. My goals for 2025 were to do a live on social media, YouTube or Instagram, to clean out my garage, and to do a tap dance, tap reel, tap remix, something like that. Now, a lot of people, when they set their New Year's goals, I like to call them, you might think of them as resolutions. Let's use weight loss as an example, because I'm sure a lot of us have set that in the past. I know I certainly have. What a lot of people tend to do is they finish their year and they, Christmas is pretty full on with food and entertaining and all that sort of stuff, and we overeat, and then come January 1st, we're going to be like super regimented, and we're going to go from like 0 to 1,000 with like diet brain. We're going to be doing keto, or we're going to fast, or we're going to do some sort of soup diet or a juice challenge, or we're just, we're going to go extreme, right? Because we want results. We've set ourselves this goal. So to get this goal, we need it fast, because who wants to wait for anything? We don't want to wait. Like, we've become a culture of things just come to us fast when we need them. And if it requires too much of a time frame, we don't have the time, apparently. We think. So we jump into this new way of eating, this fancy new diet, and we can't keep up with the discipline that's required, because we've gone from, say, eating, 3 meals a day, we're having snacks, we're having things here and there as we want, right? We're doing what we want with our food, and then we're going to follow this very strict diet plan that is going to feel really extreme to our brain, and it's going to kill all the joy out of eating, and all the fun will be gone, and it's going to feel like work, like really hard bloody work, and it's not going to last. Let's be honest. You can't go that extreme. Instead of doing that, instead of going so extreme, would it not make more sense to simply look at what we're doing now? And this is not a weight loss chat, but it's just a really great example. Look at what we're doing now and the sort of results we want, excuse that fly, and what steps can we take to get there. So for example, on January 1st, instead of jumping straight into something extreme, maybe I'll just decide to cut out my evening snack that I've got in the habit of doing. That's in my first week, that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut that out. And I'm already telling my brain new ways of behaving, new habits. Yep. And then the next week I'll do something else, and it'll just become part of my everyday thing, and I won't have to sort of think about it. It won't feel overly stressful. That's how we want to approach all our goals. Yeah. Little small steps to get us there. So with my goal, for example, of cleaning out the garage, because it has sat there now for more than a lot of years, full and jam-packed, and things are getting ruined, and I don't even know what's in there, and it's just a mess. And it was stressful. So I don't know why I needed to wait till the 1st of Jan 2025 to actually make this a goal, but I did. And within the first week, we have already sort of moved things into areas of keep, not keep. We've thrown out one lot of junk already, and we're well on the way to achieving that goal, I would imagine, within the first couple of months, because we are going away. So otherwise I would have said probably by the end of January. My second goal of going live on Instagram, I did it just the other day. I was going to do it here on YouTube, and I went to do the go button, and it said it needed 24 hours for it to be available to me or something. So I had to do it over on Instagram. I wasn't overly prepared. I hadn't told anyone that I was going to do it. I tried to teach a dance. I tried to learn a dance and teach it at the same time. And it was a little bit overwhelming, but it was my first one. I've learned how to do it better for next time. And I still had some really positive feedback, and it was great to connect with people. So I've jumped into that goal as well. But I'm giving myself some grace that there is, there's room to learn and improve. And throughout 2025, I will keep doing them. And then at some stage, I will hopefully feel like I've kind of mastered the art of doing a live. And my third goal, to do a tap dance, I've started researching tap shoes and I'm going to go hunting for some tap shoes. So I'm allowing myself to just take small baby steps towards achieving my goal. I'm not going, it has to be done all at once and it has to be done quickly. Nah. It's like when we're kids, right? If you think back to when you're a kid, or if you've got kids, or you just know kids, they just take time with stuff. You know, if you were a dancer when you were younger, you know, you would have worked on different moves. You know, you would have spent time perfecting them. You would have practiced them every week. You would have gone to dance class, and it would have just been this lovely process and progress of learning to dance. You wouldn't have expected to know everything straight away. And as a kid, we're okay with that. Like, we're much more patient as children. As adults, we want to get things done faster. And for some reason, I feel like we don't allow ourselves the time to just pursue something that maybe isn't tied to money or, you know, success or material things or anything like that. It's something that's purely just for you, just for fun, just for you to enjoy. As adults, we want to rush things. We kind of just want to get to the end. Like, we want to learn it, get it done, and be able to do it and sort of tick it off a list. Whereas learning something new, you know, there's something great in the process, you know, in the journey of learning it. I heard a great quote. I read a great quote the other day. It wasn't the pursuit of happiness. It's not the pursuit of happiness. It's the happiness in the pursuit. And that is so true. And I'm sure you guys can relate. When you've been working towards something and working towards a goal, and then you finally get there, and it's satisfying, but there's also this little feeling of, okay, I'm here. So the working towards the goal, the progression, the journey is done. You're at the destination. You know, there's always that, what next? Which can be kind of unsatisfying and a bit unfulfilling, to kind of feel like you've achieved something and then it's like, what next? But I think that's just what we're like as humans. You know, we like to have things to strive for. We like the feeling of moving towards something. So let's not rush that feeling. Yeah? So if you want to dance, if, you know, I've got people that look at some of my remixes and stuff and like, I want to be able to do that. You know, like, I want to be able to do it now. And there needs to be time, you know, to learn anything, you need time. You need a way to move forward and to learn. And the fun is in the learning and in the progress and in seeing yourself improve. So if you want to dance, if it's there niggling away, but you're like, oh, it's too hard, it's too much to learn, time is going to pass anyway. You know, we're going to get to the end of 2024 and you're going to look back and if you are saying to yourself, love to learn to dance, but you know, it's too hard, or I haven't got the time or whatever, you're going to look back in 12 months time and go, oh, damn it. You know, if only I had dedicated some time to this, I'd be doing that dance by now. And if you're a total beginner, maybe your goal is just to learn one dance, just one dance in 12 months, which is achievable for anybody. Anybody. Most of the dances I do are like less than 20 seconds. We're talking 20 seconds of dancing. Like, that is nothing. That is so possible. So possible. If you just, you know, even if you just do a step a week, you know, I'm just going to learn the first step and I'm going to practice that throughout the week, wherever I am. If I'm just got, you know, some spare time, I'm just going to practice this one move. And then the next week, I'm going to learn the second move and I'm going to practice them together. It's all very achievable. And by the end of the year, you will have mastered one of the dances. And that learning and that way of using your brain will then make learning the next one that little bit easier, that little bit quicker, and you'll be able to learn more. So give yourself the time, be patient with yourself. Think of yourself as that 5, 8, 10-year-old kid who used to have time and patience and passion for the learning process and wasn't in a rush to get there. And, you know, well, maybe you were, I don't know. I guess every kid is different. Some kids probably are in a rush to get there. But I know when I was a kid, it was okay. You know, I felt like it was fine for things to take a while because time just feels, you know, time does feel longer and bigger as a kid for sure. As an adult, time is definitely moving faster. But what a great way to spend your time, dancing or learning a passion, learning something you love, doing something like dancing that is going to help you in the future, make your tomorrow even better because you're feeling physically well and strong and mentally well. You know, it's so good for our brains to learn something new as adults because our brains aren't as pliable and nimble as they are as kids. It is harder to learn. So all the more reason to keep learning. And, you know, a little bit of choreography every day, it just has all over benefits. Physical, mental, spiritual, like it has all the stuff. It is so good. It is so, so good. I've never felt like happier, more joyful out of movement than ever, except probably when I was a kid dancing. I remember, oh gosh, maybe 8 years ago or something, I lived by the beach and I saw kite surfers. And I thought kite surfing looked amazing. And I'm going to step outside my comfort zone because I'm a little bit nervous in the ocean. I'm a good swimmer, but I get nervous of, you know, whatever's down below. But I thought I'm gonna step outside my comfort zone. I hadn't sort of long separated from my husband, and I suppose it was that I'm gonna find new things to challenge myself. And I thought kite surfing was the way to go. Had a couple of lessons. Had one incident where the wind, you know, picked up the kite and pulled me, and I face slammed into the water. And then that was the end of my kite surfing. It wasn't quite for me. But you know, I've always been willing to try new things and give things a go. And if you're the same, amazing. But don't give up if you haven't found the thing yet. You know, if you thought you'd found something and, you know, thought that was going to be it and it wasn't, that's okay. At least you tried and you can try something else. You know, I'm proud of myself that I gave the kite surfing a go. It looks super cool. And now I can actually say to people, I've tried it, but it's just not for me. And it's expensive. You know, you need a lot of equipment, you need the perfect conditions, all that sort of stuff. With dancing, you don't need anything. You just need a little bit of space. And let's be honest, we can create space anywhere. You can go outside, you can shove some furniture out the way, whatever you need to create some space to move. And a lot of the dances these days are quite static. Like you don't need to move a lot. So there really is no excuse not to be dancing. Anyway, I hope that whatever your 2025 goals are, I hope that you're on your way, you know, on the journey there. Like, let's aim to achieve our 2025 goals towards the end of the year. Why not? I probably need to actually set myself some more because I feel like maybe the ones I've set aren't quite big enough. Maybe I need to think bigger because I feel like I might accomplish mine quite quickly, which is nothing wrong with that. It just means that the ones I've set, maybe they weren't quite large enough. They weren't grand enough. I need to think bigger. All right, guys, I'll chat to you soon.